Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast, cornering the market on LB franchises' first hits. That's Kai. I'm the true Marlins guy. Welcome to episode 70 of the Sold Too Early Podcast. Kai, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Coming off the NBA All-Star weekend, which was kind of whatever, but I watched most of it. Not too much going on in cards. I mean, I know there was Burbank, so that was obviously a lot for you guys. I didn't go, but I'd love to hear how that went with you guys.
So, yes, Burbank Card Show was this past weekend. It was phenomenal. I think that the vibe of shows going into 2024, I think people were a little cautious. I think people were a little afraid. Obviously, economic factors, people were a little worried about, like, hey, are we going to have more experience and more negative flow going into the year? Like, what's going to happen here? And starting from Dallas, like 2 weeks after New Year's, was the most packed show that Dallas had in the last year. You went to Atlanta. You talked a lot about some positives that were going on with that show. Burbank this past weekend truly was the second best show in the entire country, and that's only because the National exists. What was interesting though was a lot of selling, not a ton of buying on my end. What was funny is there were no great walk-ups from my personal experience until the very end of the show, which I had picked up a Adley Rushman Orange Bowman Chrome Auto 9510, which I'm trying to cross the PSA at the moment, which hopefully will happen. But I honestly moved so much stuff in sales and trades that when I got home yesterday morning, because I took a red eye home, I looked at my pickups. I'm like, this is not impressive. Like, this is not good. But it's so funny in that sense because so much stuff moved from Thursday night to Sunday that it was just hilarious how things kind of worked out. So overall, I would give that show like an A, maybe teetering on an A plus. I mean, obviously it's hard to like really grade on that scale, but this was the second best show in the entire country. I can't wait to be back in August. I really have such positive thoughts about the industry as a whole going into, I guess, the middle of Q1 right now, let's call it.
Do you think that the whole not having a ton of great walk-ups at Burbank was maybe due to people? I know people right now, a lot of the higher end dealers, people that do a lot more stuff, are bringing all their liquid or nicer stuff straight to repackers before they put it in a showcase or anything. Like, do you think that could be why?
I think that's very realistic. I honestly would not be shocked if that was the truth. You're not gonna be able to keep up with repackers and their percentages. I completely get it. My game is more about having variety. I did break out your line about the high-end Goodwill a few times at the show. It was really funny. But between selling to either my friends, like including I sold 7K worth of stuff to Lane within about 4 minutes. Like it was two separate deals. Like bam, and then right as he was leaving, one more time for another 2K. It was awesome. I sold one of our friends, Waldman. Yeah, Waldman's Instagram name, so apologies. But I sold him a bunch of stuff at the beginning of Sunday, got another couple $1,000s out of that. And that was just like the final pickings of my inventory. Like my briefcase was mostly filled when I left on Thursday afternoon. By the time I got back Sunday, it was half empty, with the only exception being a Bowman Chrome lot I bought from Lucas Sports Car Mania at $5 a pop, and that alone should pay for the trip. Basically, it'll be work, but you know, with Speedy Card Lister eventually coming online in the next couple of weeks or months, whatever it's ended up going to being, like I will have the ability to process that stuff much quicker. So like I'm really trying to hit it from all perspectives of like the $1 to $5 stuff and then $2,500 and beyond, and like finding like the best way to maximize all these opportunities that are out there.
On the cheaper stuff, like the lot from Lucas, I know you're going to have the faster way to list and everything, but what do you aim for when you're buying that kind of stuff? Like double up, or you kind of just take big lots and hope it works out? Like, what do you do?
I think it depends on the person. Lucas, I was not worried about whatsoever. Out of the, I think it was like 240 cards, give or take. It was a lot of stuff.
They all autos?
All autos. About 2/3 of it was just base autographs, but there was stuff that was orange. It was gold. Some like yellows and like purples and speckles, but plenty of refractors, a few oranges, like quality stuff that will take time to list and will get done over time. But even if the base autos, I only make $2, $3 here on the worst case after shipping costs. That alone will get me back to more than half of what I'm into the lab for. I sold a couple things at the show. I think I'm into it now about $900, give or take, with about 200 autos left. So it should work out where it's profitable regardless. But it's work and it will take time. But going into it, if I knew I had a sure thing on that deal, I'm gladly going to take it every single time.
I'm surprised he had that kind of stuff.
It was one of his friends. That's why Lucas handed me a shoebox, literally a shoebox. Said, "Hey, my friend has this. David, what do you want to pay for?" I'm like, "Well, I looked through it a little bit. I'm like, all right, how about like $5 a card?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna bother with this. Like, I'm not gonna price this shit. Like, I'll count the cards. We'll double count and like, hey, here's what I gave you." And it was super easy.
It's always the best deals. Because did we ever talk about the binder you got on here?
I don't remember. For reference, maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, maybe 3, give or take. Timing is really hard to remember at this point in time. I had traded for a massive binder of autographs and patch autos and like good quality stuff from a different friend, not Lucas here. And it was a lot of work. It was a couple hundred cards, maybe 200 to 300 cards roughly. And this was right before Speedy Card Lister was announced. I didn't have the AI yet. I still don't have the AI ready, but listed all myself manually. And I netted out about $2,000 in profit, but it took like 6 hours, 8 hours from listing and pictures to shipping and then all the other organization. Like, it was a lot of work. But what the hell is my time worth these days? Can I make it work? And it clearly did. It was a phenomenal deal. The guy got rid of something he didn't want, which was this binder, and didn't want to process it all. And I got the ability to benefit. And when Speedy Card Lister is ready, which is, I'm not trying to talk it up too much because we're still very early on. Once it's ready, I see myself balancing out those $1 to $10 things in addition to obviously the higher end stuff, which I'm always going to make my bread and butter.
You're going to have to get yourself a little worker to ship all these dollar cards.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to it. Listen, I built it for myself. I didn't expect to have the capability to create a platform for it. And from conversations that I was able to have at Burbank with the powers that be, Kai, there's something there. I learned a lot about my competitors. I learned a lot about the people and connections that I thankfully have gotten over the last 8 years. There are conversations that can happen with eBay and other platforms in months. When this is ready and I'm able to provide value and show something, there's something there.
We are not sponsored yet by Speedy Card Lister.
No. I spoke to the higher ups at Speedy Card Lister. They hate us. They said, we don't want to be associated with you. Also, haha, Kai. What about that Tom Brady ticket I sent you?
What?
You don't. So Luke, Meeks had a Tom Brady.
Oh yeah.
28-3 Falcons Super Bowl ticket, and I sent it to Kai at the show and said, "Hey Kai, new pickup. What do you think?"
Well, ironically, I really want one of those signed by Brady and Matt Ryan, but I don't think they'll ever exist.
I mean, you could have been halfway there.
Matt Ryan's not going to sign that.
Listen, for $200 or whatever he would charge to sign a ticket,
I think that would be so cool, even though we lost. I don't know why.
You hit up Meeks. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm sure he'll sell it to you for a fair price.
Yeah, but I just have very low confidence in getting that signed by Matt Ryan.
I think, listen,
because I wouldn't want it if it was just Brady.
I get it, but like, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a Matt Ryan ticket that exists already out there signed.
You really think so?
I really think there's at least a couple, 28-3.
Because aren't there? That was one of the first years where they stopped doing a lot of the like physical tickets, right?
Probably. It wouldn't shock me that was a decade ago. Like, I think you'd be surprised at what's out there and memorabilia that can exist. Hell, what a transition into what I wanted to talk about, what the intro was about. For anyone who listened to last week's episode, we ended off. Wow, what a story. And that I was negotiating with a friend about an item. a baseball that is autographed and signed and dated to the first hit in the Florida Marlins / Miami Marlins history. Well, we got it. I'll put a better picture on screen. I spent hours researching this after I got the ball. I reached out to Resolution Photo Match to get more confirmation about it. But after doing research into it, now that it's home, I have definitive proof that it was officially the first hit in the Florida Marlins history, signed and inscribed by the player who hit it. He actually, at some point in time, maybe as a state, maybe a collector, someone else in point in time, had actually auctioned off the game-used bat, the ball, and his glove in 2018 on Golden. And the paperwork that went with the ball and the bat, I believe, is with the bat. The ball exists. I have the documentation in addition to whatever it came with originally. But I fucking cannot believe I'm holding this in my hand. This is the stupidest timeline. I have been very lucky to own cool things in the 8 or 9 years I've done sports cards and memorabilia. This is the coolest thing I truly have ever owned. I'm not a Marlins fan, but this is
Not
fucking
yet.
awesome.
I'm just kidding. But you know what's crazy when you think about that though is I just kind of processed this as so there's 30 teams, right? Half of those teams probably came around like 75 to 100 years ago. There's no chance you're getting those balls. Then the other 15 teams, I mean, let's say half of those are either with the player, the Hall of Fame, the team. So that leaves you with like 7 or 8 of these max that are attainable, which is really cool.
So I'm trying to find the entire list because that's a good question. So this is not the best organization, but it is what it is. I don't think it's definitely not all the teams, but can I find this real quick?
Obviously, teams have like moved cities. I don't know if they would consider the new team their first hit the first hit or not, but
no. But just for reference, it's a quick Google thing I found. So this is this is half the teams. Rangers were 1960, Astros 1962, and the New York Mets actually. 1882, the St. Louis Cardinals technically. 1881, the Pirates and Reds. 1883, it's crediting the Giants, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. I guess because Brooklyn Dodgers and everything like that. I'm not sure what organization came before the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants or whatever. 1876, the Cubs. 1961, the Angels. 1970, Brewers. 1988, Rays and Diamondbacks. I guarantee you that those two baseballs exist still. 1901, Yankees, Athletics, Twins, and Red Sox. 1894, Orioles, Indians, and Tigers. I'm sorry, Guardians canceled. 1900 is the White Sox. 1977, the Mariners and Blue Jays. That ball is probably still in existence somewhere. 1871, the Braves. 1969, the Nationals, Royals, and Padres. And 1991, the Rockies and Marlins. So, yeah, I would agree. Maybe half of those, maybe even 10 of those baseballs theoretically still exist at some point in time, either in the Hall of Fame, in their respective clubs, museums, or
well, that's
in a
the
personal
thing though.
collection.
Like half of them probably like are out there, but you can't really obtain any of them. Like I don't know when another ball like that's gonna be attainable by like a customer, like a consumer. I don't think it will be, right? Like the player or the team, or the hall, like one of them has to have that. They don't sell items typically, so.
Well, that's what happened here. So after doing more, someone provided this information to me. It sounds like the timing was actually the time doesn't make sense. So never mind what I just said. Forget that. This went to auction in 2018. Brett Barbary is still alive. The player who had the hit, who sold the bat and the glove. You could assume that he either was just getting rid of artifacts from his life. He didn't want them or anything else like that. It's impossible to say, obviously. But yeah, I mean, how many clubs would have even allowed this to happen and not have taken that baseball away? Or
I don't think that'll ever happen again. Really,
it's truly one of those things where what I paid for it and what I think I can theoretically get for it, if I am ever to move it, does not matter.
Well, actually, sorry to interrupt you, but I just thought of this too. The only way for a new, like, team that gets created, for the first hit to even like not be taken control of by the club would be like a first hit home run to a fan.
Yeah, it's
So
entirely possible.
yeah, so the only way that it would even get out to be like auctioned or something would be that.
You're right. I mean, I have to imagine of the baseballs that most likely still exist, it might be a handful, might be a dozen, might be a little bit more. I would imagine that if they are known to still exist, they're either in the Hall of Fame, in like the owner or GM's collection, or sitting in like a safe somewhere, or like they're in someone's collection. I cannot imagine more than a couple were on the open market.
Yeah, 50K OBO. Dave will be taking offers via crypto and cash.
This will not leave my collection anytime soon. If it so happens, then someone overpaid, and that's perfectly fine by me, because it is not available. It is not on Facebook. It will not be on eBay. I made one Reddit post and one Instagram post. That's it. If you want to own it, you have to find it. This will be the only time it's ever brought up on the podcast too, unless we just talk about cool shit I bought.
You trying to get that clout on Reddit?
What'd you say?
I see you're trying to get the Reddit clout.
Oh, yes, because I'm so goddamn important. I posted on the baseball subreddit, dude. I feel like that would be appreciated there.
Did it get blown up?
It has like, I'll tell you how many likes it has. I think it has like 600 likes right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I bought a DeJounte Murray game-worn Icons jersey, and it got in hand today, and it was like, dude, it's an afterthought. I've not even thought about it until I just mentioned it. This is really cool. I can't believe I own it. This will be one of those things when like I'm a crusty old man, which I'm already old anyway, but like when I'm like actually an old person, hopefully, knock on wood, like I'll be like, yo, like grandkids, because that's how we talk in like 50 years. Like it's your boy. Anyway, for a brief period of time or a long period of time, this baseball team that, you know, before the space robots came in, I had their first baseball, and they're like, cool, grandpa, go take your medicine. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. What a strange timeline we're in. This is by far the stupidest timeline ever.
I mean, it's definitely one of the coolest things I've seen recently. I don't know about other people, but I think that's really cool.
Right? Like, I was not going to be outbid on it. Once it became available, I offered Jack way more than any person theoretically would have. And then I upped my offer to get it.
Surprised Jack sold it.
Jack needed money for something. I think he wanted on gray flannel. I can say this because it's fine. It went for under $1,000 on gray flannel, which was the auction site that housed it. Part of the reason why was it was the 1100th item in a listing. It was not marketed. Dude, I would have bid a lot more publicly on this. But also, who gives a shit what it sold for? You'll never see it again. I don't go pull up alt on that one, motherfucker. See what you see.
Alt the baseball.
You see if I give a shit.
You're not gonna take 75% comps on that bad boy.
Cash and trade at that value, WikiFace. Like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. It's so funny.
You really would put that like number one coolest thing you've ever owned, like memorabilia related?
I think it has to be. So I've owned a lot of nice things. I've owned a Babe Ruth Lou Gehrig dual signed baseball. I've owned a Babe Ruth quad autograph with who else was on the box? It was a boxing glove. I won it on Leland's. I don't remember who else was on it. There's a couple notable athletes.
Yeah,
Jesse Owens.
I don't even remember.
It was like Babe Ruth, Jesse Owens, one other person,
Those
and
are
someone
the two
else.
I remember.
Yeah. I don't recall the entire thing. I owned like a pistol little pin that Elvis owned, which was cool. Bought a bunch of game-worn jerseys. I've owned Stephen Curry signed game-dated shoes, which was really cool.
Whatever happened with those?
I sold them.
You did? Did you do okay?
I made like $1,000.
Oh yeah.
I won them. I won those at auction sitting with my fiance at like a fancy restaurant. They just laughed.
Subtle flex.
Oh yes, because I mean like foie gras and lobster. I'm ordering a second one. Yeah, I'm just bidding. on an eBay card, on an eBay listing. Yes, because I'm so fucking fancy. Look at me.
Kind of the opposite of fancy, but how about dumpster finds?
Good transition, guy. I appreciate that. That was good. So let me pull this up. From the highs of owning something that you'll never see again to something that I guess collectors were never meant to see. This came to us on X, Twitter, whatever. Posted by Eric Whiteback, which means it was definitely cross-posted from someone else who we stole credit from, whatever. Yeah. Aiden O'Connell, immaculate. All his cards that were supposed to be signed by him ended up in a dumpster. RPAs, logo patches, one of ones, like everything that is theoretically supposed to be signed by Aiden O'Connell, just in a dumpster. Now, this has happened more than once, which is really weird to say out loud because Jackson Morrell for the Padres, same thing happened with all his immaculate cards, ended up in a dumpster. I wonder if this is athletes just not giving a shit and just throwing them out, or like their representation just being like, yeah, we're not doing this, like throw it away. Or is it just like FedEx did not deliver it to the right house and they just dumped it? I wonder who takes fault here. I imagine it's the players, almost certainly, or like their representation. But we've seen a very weird like trend between Kyle Kuzma and his autographs that Santiago had, which was resolved. It sounds like I think he gave them back to Panini, and like they either are going to recreate those or destroy them and like get them re-signed. I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. I know it was resolved, which is good. The Jackson Morrell situation, which I don't think anything ever came of. And this, I don't know what the hell is going to happen here. I wonder if Aiden O'Connell got like caught and just did not plan on ever signing these. But Kai, what do you think?
I mean, my favorite part of this, my little conspiracy theory is like if you scroll down, the top comment is talking about how the photo looks just like Derek Carr, which could be, you know, a reason that maybe they misprinted them. I'm pretty sure it's O'Connell, but they almost look identical, and they're both number 4. It's like kind of scary. But that's my favorite part. I think that could be a legitimate maybe reason why they destroyed them. But if they're in Vegas, I'd have to assume either him or his agent had them. So, because doesn't that photo on the card look a lot more like Carr than O'Connell? O'Connell's a little bit bigger.
So that's a decent picture for reference, and let me find the picture.
Pull up Derek Carr as a rookie, or find like his rookie like immaculate picture or something. The odds it's actually Carr on there is probably low, but the reasoning of them being destroyed and the picture looking like that, it's definitely at least like considerable.
Okay, so the eyebrows definitely do not look the same, I can say, but I mean, yeah, definitely people in the real picture here for sure. Look at the card again.
Dude, it's Derek Carr.
Kai, I think you might be onto something.
How skinnier he is on the photo. Derek Carr is way skinnier than O'Connell.
Like,
oh wait, I think I might have just disproved my own theory. Look at his left hand.
Oh, hang on. He's wearing the ring.
I think I disproved my own theory there.
Let's see. Is Derek Carr wearing it? Derek Carr is. I can't tell from that picture.
Nah, I don't think he is.
Let's see on a different year, Mackie. I'm just curious. It's not clear either.
I'm looking it up on Google.
That's fine. Do that. This is a better picture of his ring hand.
Oh, wait. He does. He wears a black wedding band.
He's wearing a glove in that one.
Oh my god. Wait, I don't know. How can I?
Not good either. Well, he's wearing a glove. It doesn't matter.
Nah, dude, that's Derek Carr. He has a black wedding band. If you just Google Derek Carr wedding band.
Yeah.
Like pull the picture up at training camp in the top right.
Top right.
The red jersey.
At Kai.
I guess O'Connell could also wear one, but like, come on, that's
Well,
Derek
let's see.
Carr.
Let's see. He's married. Okay, that doesn't help.
Is Aiden O'Connell wedding band?
Thank you.
I mean, there's. Oh wait, go to that bottom right-ish picture in the white jersey. I see he's wearing it too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. My Aura ring, which
Dude, they're the only two quarterbacks that wear those.
It's pretty funny. So mine, this is not a wedding band. This is an Aura ring, but like I wear it on my ring finger because it just fits better. Mine's also black, but my wedding band is gonna be two-tone. So if you ever see me on a trading card and it's black,
I don't think we have to worry about that.
I think we'll be okay. You're telling me I can't be one of those hobby influencers who ended up on trading cards?
I hope.
Kai, we just spent 5 minutes on wedding bands. Come on, I'm a hobby goat.
I just think this is so weird. Like, obviously, the odds are that it's O'Connell, but you can't tell me it doesn't look like Derek Carr.
It looks very much like Derek Carr.
Now, do you think that would be why they got destroyed, possibly?
Listen, I think it's very funny that, like, even, I mean, top comment, I says it too. You said it. Like, I think there's something there. Did Aiden O'Connell sign a bunch of stuff this year?
I don't know if I've seen an Aiden O'Connell auto. I could be totally off.
Immaculate. I mean, Origins. So he signed there. Phoenix.
So he signed all sticker stuff. It looks like all the junk stuff. He has Prism autos too.
Well, that's a redemption. Like you could tell because of the thing at the top.
I guess there's not really any good products out yet. So besides Prism, I guess. So it's kind of hard to judge.
I mean, is it possible he could have signed stuff before he was a starter and then said, nah, fuck this, I don't want to do it anymore?
That's fair. I mean, all his autos outside of, I think all of his autos are sticker that are in NFL uni, so they would have just sent him sheets of stickers.
I mean, he's got a mustache here. Does he have a mustache?
He's got the wedding band there, too. There goes my theory.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm holding out hope that's Derek Carr.
I really think it does look like Derek Carr. I agree with you. But it doesn't look like him there. Could it just be bad resolution on the picture?
Look at his face. Look at his face in the absolute photo.
Yeah, he looks stupid. Like
sorry, what were you saying?
I think that if there were better resolution pictures, I think we could definitively say if it was or was not him.
Are any other ones more clear?
They're actually worse.
Oh, never mind. They're really bad.
So I think that you are onto something there. I think that's a possible theory on why they could have been destroyed. I would really find it weird if multiple athletes had just said we're not signing these. It would be kind of funny in a bad way. I think that truthfully, 50% chance he just said I'm not signing these. 30% chance Panini just, hey, we screwed up. Like, let's destroy these. But why do they throw them in a dumpster then? Why would they not just like destroy them on property?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the fact that it made its way to Vegas too, I don't think Panini has any sort of office out there. I could be wrong, but I don't know. He probably, I just can't imagine he threw him away. Like, he doesn't seem like that type of guy. But
it might not have even been him. It might have been someone in his circle.
Yeah, it could have just got lost in the mail and they chucked him. I don't know.
Yeah, but now I wonder this. How were these found? Who is dumpster diving?
How many times does it happen and they just don't come up ever? People just keep them.
It's happened twice
but that's what we've seen though. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many times does it happen where we never find out about it?
Also, why is it always immaculate? Like, do athletes just hate immaculate? Like, 3 separate things with immaculate now.
I think it's because that's probably that and T are the only 2 products that's almost 100% on card, right? For rookies,
flawless
at least.
Flawless if they're in it.
Because I believe
Um,
rookies don't have any stickers in NT unless you're like a weird late round pick. And then Immaculate, besides the eye blacks, I don't think there's any sticker autos.
Hang on, I dropped my mouse. One second.
Oh man. And then yeah, I mean, I think that's why, because I think all the other products they can get stickers signed for the most part.
But I was gonna
Tender,
check.
I
I was gonna
guess
check if Brock Purdy had on card autos in NT, which I believe he does because
his
Mr. Collins.
NT's on card, yeah,
Um,
and flawless.
well, that makes sense. I would imagine Flawless would be.
But his contenders is a sticker, obviously, because that's an earlier
So
product.
I don't know. What a weird situation this is. I don't even know if I blame Panini. Like, this might be. It probably was his camp, or just someone just chucked them. But then, how did anyone find them? Is my question.
Yeah, I don't think Panini probably did anything wrong. Maybe the only thing they could have done wrong is maybe sent them to the wrong place, I would guess. But
They sent him to Derek Carr, and he was just like, "Nah, fuck this. Take it back."
that's funny.
That is funny. What else though? What else is going on these days?
Baseball, I don't know.
Yep.
Starting.
We can definitely do baseball. Man, why do baseball hot takes and stuff next week? So like,
Sure.
yeah, so we can prep for that because not opening day. Opening day is
Spring
about a
training.
month and a half away. Spring training first game
I believe
is I think
this
like-
weekend, right?
Really this weekend?
I think so.
Oh shit! Yeah, Thursday. Dodgers and Padres first game.
You know the Dodgers have I think they have 18 broadcasted spring training games. The Braves have 6.
I mean,
Not that I care.
Sure.
I think that's crazy.
okay, so hang on, let me read this. Yeah, all 30 MLB teams will be playing as of Saturday. So you are right. Next week we'll do hot takes on baseball, prep for that, and whatever else we want to do. But wow, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even realize it was that soon.
I mean, opening day is the last week of March.
I believe so because they're in Seoul this year for Padres and Dodgers.
They're in what?
They're in South Korea for baseball.
Opening weekend?
They're in South Korea for the game. It is
I did not know about this.
It is March 20th and 21st. They're playing 2 games there.
Oh wow, that's early.
Yeah.
Are they,
Well, I mean,
is that an exhibition or a real game?
no, they're regular season games.
Oh wow, that's the first games, I'm assuming, right?
Yes. So I don't recall every year they've done it. I know that when Ichiro retired, they played 2 games there. It was like Mariners and Dodgers or something.
Where is Ha-Sung Kim from?
He's from South Korea. Yeah.
Okay, I figured that played some sort of role in that.
He was born in South Korea. So yeah, I mean he's really good. I like him a lot. I think he's a free agent at the end of the year, so it would not shock me if he gets traded if the Padres are bad again.
I need him to
Which
be
could
traded to the
happen.
Braves.
He's gonna get a lot of money as a free agent. He has been phenomenal. I assume he's a free agent.
They have 3 shortstops. They're paying $750 million to or something. None of them play shortstop.
Oh, he's not
Machado, Fernando, and Xander Bogaerts.
Okay, so I was mistaken. I misunderstood. So if he's a free agent in 2027, he's up for arbitration next year. Fair enough. My bad. So I was confused. The point is he will be expensive. Padres have too much money. He could still be traded. It would not shock me. But yeah, they're paying him, Bogarts, or they're going to be paying him, Bogarts, and Tatis. Bogarts is second base
And
this next
Machado.
year. And Machado, Machado probably is the best shortstop, which is hilarious. God, Manny Machado's so goddamn good, but just not marketable. Just no one really likes him.
Because no one likes him. He ruined that a long time ago.
I know. That's a shame, but one of the most talented players in baseball. If you are a Padres fan, you like Machado. If you're not, you don't. So I get it. Baseball is probably my favorite sport to watch in the background of any sport. Football, you have to just actively watch, which is super important. I don't love watching basketball a ton. Only during the playoffs I really get into it now. I've realized that, or it's probably the best viewing experience when you're actually there.
Yeah, I would agree.
But what else is happening? At this point now, dude, like I have one show I'm prepping for in Philly. It's a 1-day show. Brotherly Love show. Actually, I was checking the vendor list for it. It's pretty good for a 1-day
For which
show.
one?
It's called the Brotherly Love Card Show. It's in the Pennsylvania or PA Convention Center, whatever you. Oh no, it's Philly Convention Center. My bad, I'm stupid. Jet lag. No blame that on me. I know that Philadelphia is a city, Pennsylvania is a state. Oops. It's got a lot of good vendors. Woods will be there, Basketball Card Paradise, Boston Sports Cards, like that, and conglomerate, whatever you call that. My stupid ass will be there. There were a lot of like high-end vendors that are attending the show on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. Austin NPT will be there buying people out and buying a bunch of stuff, I'm sure, and posting all the incredible pickups he gets for his repacks, and that'll be cool to see. A lot of good things that are going to come from that show that I will talk about in due time, but I will try to do more local things in New York, New Jersey, and PA when I can get away with it.
I feel like 1-day shows are underrated. I guess it kind of sucks if you have to travel to it, but a 1-day show I feel like is a good idea.
I mean, how much local experience do you have like at this point? Like, do you travel a lot for these shows, or you don't even bother anymore?
No, I mean I've probably been to 2 or 3 shows in Florida ever. Not like 2 or 3 different ones ever.
Yeah.
I would say in Florida, but yeah, most of them are like 2 or 3 days, but I don't know. I think a 1-day show, like a local sort of like maybe not like a national stage show, but a 1-day local show seems like a really good idea to me. I mean, everyone has to come on that 1 day. It obviously couldn't be on a Friday, probably. It probably had to be a Saturday thing. But I don't know. I think instead of spreading out a local show to 2 or 3 days, like a 1 day just makes way more sense.
Yeah, this is a 250 table show in the Philadelphia Convention Center, which is right in the middle of downtown downtown Philly. My God, I'm stupid. It'll be exciting. I've never been. I have high expectations. I'm actually set up towards the front, which was cool. My hashtag hobby goatism is showing because I just signed up last minute and they gave me a good table, so I'm excited. I have good things to say, hopefully, and I'll say them next week. The funny thing is about like these local shows in New York, New Jersey, and PA is I've never really experienced them so much. I've done the best I can, but not doing this full time and wanting to balance like my free time and my personal life with like the trading card world, you got to make some sacrifices. And I think now I'm willing to kind of bend a little bit more and do more of the local stuff and kind of see what's out there. I'm not going to be at every 40 table show in New Jersey because they're every single day, it feels like, but I'll make my attempts to be there more. I have a friend now who's getting more into the selling side of things, who was in and out of cards for a couple of years, and now he's back. So I'll make him chauffeur me around, and I'll provide the people that show up, and it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I feel like the Northeast has the best local shows. Could be wrong. I guess California's up there too, but I don't.
It's definitely it's definitely California. Like,
yeah, I think quality probably, quantity maybe Northeast. No.
I think that's more accurate to say. Like, in terms of quality of randoms, is a nice way to say it. People who are just like not Instagram personalities or just like collectors who want things. Like, I think California like requires that in a way because it's so expensive to be there. It's nice weather. You're gonna have people who have money that are there who maybe just like want to buy a Kobe Bryant card for $50 and are not going to check comps and whatever else, as opposed to New York, New Jersey, whatever, where it is expensive to live here too. But I do feel like it brings more of like those aggressive, like I know what I'm doing type things, or if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to yell at you anyway, because that's just how we say hello.
Yeah. Yep.
You gonna travel to any more major shows this year, Kai? I know I texted you about that. And you didn't answer me, so not.
Yeah, I'd like to do 1 Dallas, maybe 2. Depends. I usually do them later in the year, though. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but
I will give you the Dallas dates now.
I might do a summer one actually. Now that I think about it.
Well, here's your opportunity, because I know which one you're not going to do, because I'm not doing this one either. It's March 14th to 17th, May 16th to 19th, July 4th to July 7th, which I am missing because I'm getting married and my honeymoon is during that time. September 5th to 8th, November 31st to November 3rd. So Halloween is already impacted again, and 4th of July, which will be interesting.
Yeah, I would probably do maybe the May, and you said there was one in October or September?
Yes, it is end of October. It is literally Halloween to November 3rd.
Oh, yeah. That kind of sucks. Was it like that last year?
So I think the last 2 years, the Dallas Card Show has ended either on Halloween or has involved Halloween in some shape or form, which is really funny because I don't give a shit about Halloween anyway, so I don't really care. But the July show is going to be a stinker. No one's going to be there. I really would be surprised if that is.
You really don't think so? I think there's enough time, like 2.5 weeks in there before the National, no? 2 weeks. Maybe?
I'm more saying as like it's July 4th. People do not want to be at a card show than anything else.
That's fair.
Like
I don't know. I don't think that many people care about 4th of July.
I know, but like I would rather, no matter what, even if I wasn't going on my honeymoon anyway, I'd rather be like drinking and like hanging out with my friends on like a beach than sitting in a card show with a bunch of dudes.
We can sit in the Dallas pool.
If you are going to that July show, you do this full time. There's no other way to describe it, and I get it. You can't take a weekend off, but like if you do this full time, and you have like a wife and kids, I guarantee you're not getting out of it. Yeah, you're not missing that shit.
I want to go to the National. I'm still up in the air on how I'm gonna plan that out. I don't know if I told you my predicament there.
What was your predicament there?
The other convention. I didn't tell you. Never mind. I'll tell you off air. But I have a conflict of scheduling that week.
Oh, how mysterious! It could be anything.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I want to go to both, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to both.
Can you tell me on air where the convention is, or don't even bother?
I mean, it's in Nashville. It's the same week.
Oh, okay. So I can figure out what it is then.
It's like within, like it's like literally the same like 5-6 days.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how they manage to do that. Not that they're like related in any way, but it's just weird.
Just bad timing.
The odds of the same week out of 52 is kind of crazy.
What I will say is this: if I don't end up getting showcase space for the National, I would consider not going either. I think it's just so crucial to be setting up at that show. My game plan is one of a couple things: is either to find some space with a friend your friends are not supposed to give you showcase space according to the National showrunners, which is very stupid. I might buy someone out of their table and their pass is day one. I might find the cheapest kid with like the stupidest stuff. Like I will buy you out right now. And if I can't get either option, I can't like pilfer a little bit of space from a friend and set up, I would heavily consider not going. Based on the conversations that I have with friends and sources, there will be shows that are opening or going to open in the coming months or years that can easily rival the National and are welcoming to a younger audience. The National does not want younger people there. They don't want them setting up, I should say. Let me clarify. They want their 70-year-old geezers who have not sold a card in 37 years there because they have table space. They want those yellow top quarters and penny sleeves. They hate them youths with their mumble rap and their ticky-tacks and their, what are those scooter things called, Kai? Like the ones with, it's supposed to be like a mechanical scooter, but like it doesn't have the pole for it.
Hoverboard?
Hoverboard is close to what it is. I'm not sure what it is exactly
Segway?
called. Segway is not what it is, but it's a Segway without the pole. I think hoverboard might be correct. Anyway, yeah, the damn ticky-tacks and their hoverboards, using their comp machines when I had my good old Beckett guide here to tell me what to price cards at. The point is, the National openly does not want people in the younger age demographic to set up, because even if they wanted to, or if they wanted younger people to be there, but wanted to keep their good old boys setting up at the show, why are you limiting the people who can share space? Why do you just want people in your name or their close associates? Really? You're going to gatekeep like that? You guys are going to be dead soon. I'm sorry. You're too old.
We got to get Grandpa Dave back on his tranquilizers before we get canceled.
No.
But I think honestly, like, I just don't like going to Cleveland either. It's terrible. Like the hotels, like you can't like walk to trade night or the show or anything. Like you have to Uber everywhere.
I think trade nights are gonna be the worst ones this year.
You can't have a trade night
You have to have it in one of the random hotels,
or like
where
rent a place out somewhere.
yeah, you're gonna have one trade night event, and then people on Instagram like saying, go here. And I'm probably not gonna go to most of the trade nights unless they happen to be my hotel, which is
Well, yeah, it worked out in 2017 or 18, whenever the first one I went to was, because I think Ryan had one at like a designated building, but at the time there were what 50, 100 people there, so it wasn't like 15,000 little kids trying to like cram into a room. So I don't really think you can have a trade night unless you get some sort of reservation or something, but there won't be any lows or any of that kind of stuff going on, I don't think.
Well, two thoughts on that. Thank you for reminding me of this. One, the National and AC in 2021, we skipped the trade night, Kai. We were hanging out and we just said, oh, we're not even going to bother going to this because it was so packed. There was like at least a 20 to 30 minute waiting line just to get into the room, which was crazy to say out loud. And then at Burbank this show, I should say, the trade nights were kind of gross. I think there's a way to fix trade night.
Can you elaborate on the post you made about it being stanky?
Yes, thank you. So let me actually pull that up because I did forget about that until we just happened to bring it up. So that's just good teamwork at that point. Let me see if I can quickly.
I just wanted to know more about it. I read through it, but I was like, damn, is that bad?
I don't think it's not a bad thing per se, because in my mind, if you're having a trade night at your show and it is packed, you've done something right. You have enough people there who are interested in sports cards that it is disgusting. And that's a good thing in the fact that people are showing up. What did I write? So this is my story from about a week ago at this point, give or take. Actually, it's only 3 days. Holy shit. In my opinion, the best way to handle trade nights need to be improved. You can work on ventilation, table organization, and music or lack of music. Ventilation. This is what I wrote. Trade nights at shows for people can legitimately make or break trip for the average person. Hell, I've talked to high-end collectors and peers who are vendors who have done better financially at the trade nights than the normal show hours. But they shouldn't have to be tortured by the smell of a middle school locker room in order to make a few bucks. The trade night at Burbank I mentioned was really jam-packed, which is a good thing theoretically because more people are there, but it just fucking smelled. It was disgusting. I think the issue truly is just like proper ventilation. You can have doors open to the room all you want, but like I really truly believe that you need to have an industrial fan or two in order to survive these shows, just to keep the airflow.
Well, you said it was smaller than the Starlight Room, right?
It was about 60 to 70% of the size of the Starlight.
So that's not very big.
It's
not
not
that many people there.
It's not that small either. It's a fairly sized room.
Because I remember one of the Dallases, I don't know if they do this every time or not, but the Starlight Room was open for like a trade night, and it was fucking packed.
I think they do that every show.
Like we couldn't. It was only like, I don't know if you got them, but we ordered like milkshakes from I don't know where, and like you couldn't move in that room during the trade night.
It's really weird too because they just need proper ventilation. Like I think there's no proper and good solution. Ironically, I think Dallas is the best trade night because it's like in a lobby, kind of, whether they expand to or not. Because it's a lobby. There's so much room that like the airflow keeps going, and even if it smells gross, you're still in an open lobby, and it's better than a confined room. The table configuration, like obviously you want to have people have tables to sell and trade and whatever else. It was a little tight. On the second night of the trade night, they actually removed probably 10 to 20% of them. A little bit better. They had more room to breathe.
This was like sanctioned by the people running the show.
I don't know. I think they just like took out less tables, and it was a little bit better on the second night. What I wonder, and I've always wondered this, is people who put out 4 to 5 figure cards consistently at trade night. Why? Why do you do that? You understand how easy it is for someone to steal your cards? Or even if they don't steal your cards, like, oh, I'm drunk and stupid. Oops, my drink fell on your thing. What are you gonna do about it?
I remember we talked about that a while ago at a show. I think it was like me, you, and Lucas talking about that. about like what would happen if like a kid spilled their soda all over like
You would kill that kid.
$100,000 worth of cards. Like, what would happen?
That kid gets punched in the face, and then like, I don't know.
Exactly. I literally don't have a solution there.
There's no actual solution. I commend the people who bring showcases to trade night. I don't have a better solution for it. I think it's the best option because I can't tell you what's.
Someone made like I think we talked about this before, but someone made like either like a rolling case or some sort of case that has like a display on the top. I think
We talked about that, yeah, which is funny.
but
It's a
we
good
talked
idea.
about it before they made it. I think.
Good. We're hobby goats, Kai.
I know.
If you want to give me national space, make sure to reach out to me at Extraordinary Cards or Speedy Card Lister. I take bribes as well. Thank you. What did I write about this? Yeah, the room is packed and someone like shoves a child, which is entirely possible, and they spill their drink on the table. You're fucked. Like there's no other way to describe it. You're just screwed.
Yep.
There's no. I don't know. That's a bad one.
I kind of want to see it play out. For not that I'm not a bad person. I just kind of want to see it happen.
It'd be kind of funny.
It'd be pretty funny.
As long as it's not me or anyone I know.
Yeah, as long as it's not like one of our friends, like just
Yeah,
a
I
random
agree.
person. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry.
Music or lack of. Trade nights are fun. We should enjoy them. That's perfectly fine. They're not clubs. Like that. Yeah, being a grandpa. No, I'm kidding. But like, should you have music? I don't know. I want to be able to hear the person next to me because like I'm not picking up at a bar trying to negotiate for your Donovan Mitchell card. Let's say. I expect sound anyway because everyone's talking, but like then the music gets louder to make sure you can hear the music. But then you have to talk louder. So like, what do? If I was gonna have sound anyway at the show, which you're gonna have regardless, it would be fans because then people would still be talking, but at least they would smell better. I don't know. I don't have a solution. Not even trying to. I'm trying to make you think critically about it. It's just kind of funny because these are all good things that like, hey, your trade night is so crowded. How do we fix it? Because it is so popular that people want to be there and it can make people shows. So how do we make it more welcoming, less gross? I don't know. Have it outside in a canopy. That's an option. It's the only one I got.
I have a random fun question. If you had to place a major card show in a city/state that there's not really one in yet, where would you put it and why?
If we're just ignoring costs, it's New York City.
Why?
One of the most expensive places to live. Easy for everyone to get to theoretically because multiple airports in and around New York City. It'd be expensive for everyone to be there.
Like in the city? I don't know if you could really like. Is there a place like that you could have it?
Yes, Kai.
I've never been to New York, so I don't know.
If we're just talking hypotheticals, like Madison Square Garden trade like card show, like
Fair.
like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That is in the heart of New York City.
Yeah, I didn't really think of a good answer before I asked that.
If I was to think about like other cities that could have it, San Diego could have a major card show, like a truly major card show at their convention center, major airport right there, beautiful city. I love being there. That's my guilty pleasure. I'd move there tomorrow.
I think a place that's gaining steam's like Charlotte.
Charlotte would be interesting.
I think that place is getting really populated. I know a lot of like people my age are moving there.
I think that Nashville could hold a major card show.
They already do, man.
Shut up. Like one in like the Predators Arena because that's in the heart of like downtown.
You really want to see a show in an arena?
Well, here's the thing: they're like centrally located for a reason. Like,
yeah,
there's a reason why everyone can get to it. It's so accessible.
Trade night in the arena, you can walk around the seats.
I mean, you're kind of like talking about the Fenway show at that point too, which is happening somewhat soon.
I want to go to that. That would be cool. I think I never have been to anything like that. So
Lucas was not Lucas. Dennis, too legit to quit. Was talking about that, and he lives in California. He said he might try and go to that.
They need to do one of those at Petco.
That would be fucking cool.
I would go to that. That'd be cool.
Petco Park is incredible.
I don't know how nice like the concourse is to do that sort of thing, but there. I know Fenway's like Fenway, so
I don't know. I'm trying to think about because I went there one time. So it could either be like in the outfield I guess, because there's a concourse outside over there. I don't think you would do it in the actual like.
Well, it'd have to
stadium.
be like in something because if it rained,
Yeah. So, well, it doesn't really rain as much.
that one time they
There.
booked the San Diego
I
card
know.
show, it's gonna rain.
Well, then you do it at the convention center, which is like walking distance
The
away.
convention center blew up, Dave.
Fuck. I hate when that happens. It rains and then it blows up.
Right before the show.
Yeah, drats. How am I gonna move my tag graded Pokemon cards now? I will give tag credit for one thing though.
They look cool.
They're making people like, well, not even that. They're making people like custom like I guess vendor passes would be the word for it. Those were cool.
We gotta get you one with like a tranquilizer dart going into you.
This is why I don't do drugs or drink a ton because
that you know of.
Allegedly, folks, allegedly. When we bring back Soul Too Late in 6 years, then you'll see how unhinged I get. But
all right, how much to use the Marlins ball as a dog toy?
I already made that joke on Reddit. Someone's like, please take good care of that. I said, I'm going outside right now and hitting dingers. I'll put that on screen too, future David. So because it was a funny thing to say. That's really all I have. Kai, any last minute thoughts?
I'm gonna set a line at 7.5 months until the ball hits eBay. I'm gonna go under.
Oh, okay. 7.5 months would be basically beginning of September. Would the ball hit eBay by then?
I'm hammering under.
I think the rationale for putting on eBay would be I either need to fund something that I just have to have. I get bored of it, which is possible. Or I just put it on eBay for like $100,000 or best offer. Which is possible too. I would say, Kai, I think that it going on eBay for a stupid number like that in under 7.5 months is realistic. I think the line of me moving it's either going to be in the next like 30 days or like years.
I think if you posted it available somewhere in the next month to 2 months, I think you move it.
I'm waiting on offers right now as we speak from legitimate sources.
What does that even mean?
It means the people who have money want the ball, and we'll see if the numbers make sense.
Are we talking like public figures, or are we talking like just collectors?
Listen, I might reach out to the Marlins too at some point. I'm
surprised you haven't done that.
I want them to reach out to me. No, Kai, I'm dead serious.
Let me just contact them up real quick for you.
I want someone from the Marlins to reach out to me.
All right, here's the deal we're gonna make. If they have you bring down the ball for a special something, I get to go with
First
you.
Pitch, whatever. Yeah.
You have to bring me with you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And what I imagine would be, do you have a
First
girlfriend or anything
pitch.
now?
Okay.
Do you have a girlfriend
right.
or anything, Kai, or no?
What?
Do you have a girlfriend or anything or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be you, your girlfriend, my fiance, and I. Yeah, okay. Fine.
I would pay so much money to see you throw a first pitch.
Gonna miss entirely. Oh man, I gotta negotiate better. Yeah, that's fine. I'll bring you, Kai.
That's actually a very like logical end resolution to the ball. I feel like is you doing something with the actual team.
I think that's what I would want to do if they reach out. It's either gonna get sold for something stupid, or I negotiate with them. Maybe I'm like, hey, here's what I want for it, and we come to an agreement.
You would gracefully donate the ball, and then they slide you like a 40K crypto transaction.
Of course. Now I think all right, we're just gonna talk stupidly because we're getting to that point now. The episode's wrapping up. I would want, at a minimum, like obviously a accreditation, like, hey, donated by this person. I imagine they would do a press review or press release.
You're getting all the clout from this.
No, I know. Like, let's be real. Like, minimum.
Speedy card lister sponsorship.
I'd wear a t-shirt. I'd wear a jersey or a t-shirt with that as I threw the first pitch or at the press release or whatever. Minimum, 100%. We can't give you money, sir. We can donate. I'm like, no, I donate it to
Season tickets for life.
AI. You know what I really want, and I'm gonna work on this for the next couple of years. I want a World Series ring. I want to acquire a World Series ring.
Like guaranteed one when a team wins, or one that already exists.
No, I'm saying in general.
Oh, okay.
I want to acquire a World Series ring or something, Super Bowl ring, World Series ring, NBA championship ring at some point in time.
You got to get
Like,
one that you like, though.
I don't really care.
Unless you just want to flip it.
No, I want to put it in my showcase and be like, find another one. You. Oh, you can't. Hello. I want cool shit. That's why I got the ball. So, you really think I care, Kai? My collection of random stuff behind me, Kai, is. Hang on, let me read this real quick. I have a Trevor Bauer signed hat from his company.
Respect.
I have a Jose Fernandez thrown baseball. I have a Tiger Woods signed golf ball type thing. A John Morant signed rookie basketball, inscribed like 2019 Rookie of the Year. I have a Patrick Mahomes mini helmet. And I have I have two more things. A Jimmy Butler game-used playoff shoes.
You still have that?
I do. It's awesome.
Oh.
And then I have an Emmitt Smith signed full helmet. I think that's everything.
I was thinking if you gave the ball to the Marlins, you'd probably get to meet Derek Jeter.
No, he's not associated with them anymore.
Oh, what happened with that? He quit?
I think he sold his share.
Oh, he's
either back to the original owner or to a new partnership group. Yeah, Jeter's not associated with the Marlins anymore.
Didn't the woman GM leave too?
She was fired. She was good apparently.
Yeah,
what I heard. I don't know if she is.
You have a meet and greet with Sixto Sanchez.
She is.
She got rehired, I'm pretty sure, by someone.
I'm checking now because she was good.
It's like Kim and G.
No, I know who Kim and G. I know how you say that properly.
I think it's literally just NG, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Good.
I don't think she's working in baseball at the moment.
No, she got rehired. I'm like pretty confident.
She's not with the Marlins.
Just says she's an American executive in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. But yeah, I'm not really sure who you'd meet in exchange for the ball because they don't really have anyone I think you'd want to meet, unfortunately. Could meet
Jazz Chisholm. Kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not giving the ball to say hi to Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, fuck that. Absolutely not. I would just shake his hand like, why are you on MLB The Show? You batted like 220.
Yeah, you're like, okay, but
you're kind of cool. But like, why? Who is on the Marlins?
I mean, like they have solid players, but no one that's like, holy shit.
I mean, Sandy Alcantara before he got
he's
hurt.
Not even on the Marlins, is he?
Alcantara is, yeah. He just.
Oh, I thought he got hurt and he's like a free agent, isn't he? Or no?
No, that's I think it's Corbin Burns.
He's on the Orioles.
Someone else on the Brewers got hurt. Yeah, he's
Woodruff.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Alcantara is definitely still on the Marlins.
Yeah, but he's not. I think he had Tommy John though, right?
I just said. I said he got hurt.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, no one there is like, damn, that was awesome.
I mean, looking at their team, Luis Ariz is pretty good. He might get traded.
A bunch of like rejects. Let's be real.
Jesus Luzardo is pretty good. Gonna get traded because that's the Marlins. Jake Berger, okay.
I mean, come on though. Like, we're not trading that ball for Jesus Luzardo. You know?
No, of course not.
Yeah,
listen, they want to reach out to me. You can reach me at speedycardlister.ai or at extraordinary cards on Instagram.
It's got to be in the deal that you have to throw a first pitch, or else I'm not taking the deal.
You're not in the deal.
I'm not taking the deal.
You don't get to negotiate this. I do. You get a free ride because you're. How far are you from Miami?
I mean, here far, but if I was in Orlando, like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, well, that's your problem to figure out. I guess I'm a
I'll
little
drive there if I get to watch you throw out the first pitch.
I think. All right, we will figure this out off.
I'm
air.
gonna DM them as soon as we get off.
Oh, I dare you to. Hey, my stupid co-host has this. You wanna make a deal? Winky face.
No, you should actually message them though. I think they would respond.
I think Jack might have messaged him as a joke, but I don't know if he actually did. Me getting that ball from Jack is just the most hilarious.
Like, what are the odds the Marlins like give you money?
Low, like 1%.
Yeah, I don't think they can do that, right?
I don't think they're.
I think the Hall of Fame can buy stuff. I could be wrong, but I think they can.
I have no idea. I guess I'll find out, and I'll make sure to report it on the Soul Too Early podcast.
We'll make a vlog, our first vlog.
Hey, it's your boy, Extraordinary Cards here. Coming at you live. Shit. No, this way? Yeah. Coming at you live.
That'd be a good video, actually.
Yeah, it'd be fun. All right. Anyway, I'm tired. Next week, we figure out how to get the baseball from the New York Highlanders.
You're already going to have sold the ball by next episode.
Yep. Some dog got it. Oops.
All right. Well, see you.